In this video, we will discuss 5 growing vegetables. We will grow 5 fast-growing vegetables that you can harvest in no time. Here are some of the faster-growing vegetables that you can grow in your garden in 30 days. Number 1. Turnip. To prevent rot, use a container with proper damage walls. Problem. As previously stated, a well-drained soil is required. They dislike having wet feet. Use a mixture of 50% garden soil, 30% composed soil, and 20% hay for this, and make half-inch holes in the soil mix, leaving a 4 to 5-inch gap between 2 holes for proper spacing. Place 1 seed borehole in the soil and cover with soil. Make sure to leave enough space around each seedling so they can receive plenty of sunlight while growing. Water thoroughly to settle the soil and eliminate any air pockets. Turnip seeds will germinate in 5 to 7 days. Then, when growing turnips in containers, select a location that receives plenty of sunlight. Make sure they work for at least 5 to 6 hours. To ensure healthy growth, the plants must be fed every 12 to 15 days while growing at Kelman. Watering turnips in containers on a regular basis, just like feeding them, will result in a lush live plant topped with a flat root. Harvest them when the tops are 3 to 4 inches in diameter. Use a light plant that is 18 to 22 inches in diameter and 6 to 8 inches deep. As larger, more mature turnips become tough and woody. With adequate drainage, growing FENUGREEK is the most rewarding gardening experience because it grows quickly from seed to harvest. Digging could take as little as 30 days. Distribute the seeds evenly across the board. Number 2. FENUGREEK. Don't worry about making sure the seeds are evenly spaced. Now, cover these seeds with soil made with your hand. There is no need to bury it very deeply in the soil. In fact, a 1/4 inch of potting soil will cover your entire family. Water thoroughly and keep the soil moist. Seeds should germinate in 3 to 5 days. FENUGREEK does not grow well when transplanted, so plant them in the final location where they will mature from the start. FENUGREEK plants require 4 to 5 hours of direct sunlight per day. Water the plants on a regular basis to keep the soil slightly moist and to avoid waterlogged conditions. The plants are ready to harvest in about 3 to 4 weeks. When the sprouts reach about 5 to 6 inches in height, it's time to harvest the leaves. Cut the plants just above the ground so that the plants can regrow after a few days. This plant's seeds and leaves are both edible. At this foundation, seeds are used. Fresh leaves as a green leafy vegetable and dried leaves as a hub. After each harvest, apply some compost to help with growth and watering. The leaves will regrow in about 8 to 10 days after being trimmed. You can keep harvesting the leaves until the plants flower. Watering cans are classified into 2 types, plastic and metal. There are hundreds of different styles, colors, sizes, and nozzles to choose from. Plastic cans are lighter than metal cans, but they do not last as long. To prevent rusting, metal cans should be galvanized. Consider the size of the can in comparison to your strength. A gallon of water weighs slightly more than 8 pounds. The handle position should allow you to carry a full can while also allowing you to easily pour it. 2-handle designs provide greater stability for children and the elderly. You might need 2, one with a sprinkler head for outside and one with a long neck for indoors. With a water-breaking wand, give your plants a gentle rain shower. The extra reach is also useful for reaching out of away containers, hanging plants, or the back edges of borders. Number 3. Garlic bulbs. Take a medium pot with proper damage hold at the bottom and some healthy garlic bulbs. To make the soil mixture, take half of the garden soil, 30% compostable, and 20% backwards. Fill it with this soil mixture. Choose a container that is deep and wide enough to accommodate all of the bulbs you intend to plant. Place the bulbs with the flat end facing down and cover with 1 inch of soil mix. Check that they are deep enough and spaced far enough apart to allow the roots to grow freely. Slowly pour water into the container until you see it draining out of the drainage holes at the bottom. The container should be placed somewhere that receives 6 to 7 hours of direct sunlight. The longer you wait, the healthier the plant will be, and you will be able to harvest fresh garlic greens on a regular basis. Harvest the greens when they are about 6 to 8 inches tall. Trim the greens 2 inches above the soil surface to allow the plant to recover and grow for the next 2 to 3 months. These garlic plants will continue to grow. Green leaves sprinkle seeds over the soil surface. Cover your seeds lightly with soil and water them thoroughly to settle the soil around the seeds. Kale seeds will germinate in 7 to 8 days. Transplant seedlings when they are 4 to 6 inches tall. With a small trowel, Carefully dig out these seedlings. Number 4. Green onion. Green onions grow well in bunches, but the immature plant should be spaced 2 to 3 inches apart for the best results. In a 15-inch wide section. After transplanting water, you can easily grow 20 to 30 plants with these. In this soil, Ed Gettleman menu of worms compost. Green onions require extremely moist soil throughout the growing season and should be watered every 12 days to promote healthy growth. The soil should not be soggy, but it should be moist. When the plants are 10 to 15 inches tall and 1 inch wide, begin harvesting. At the very bottom. And now they have a mild sweet onion flavor. Harvest is scaly and simply by pulling them up from the soil harvest according to your needs. Allow the small onions to mature a bit more. Planting jarred from seed is less expensive and usually has a wider range of varieties to choose from. Number 5. Swiss chard. So plant seeds 1 inch apart and cover with a thin layer of soil to grow chard, also known as Swiss chard. Chard grows best in the cool weather of spring and winter, but it can also grow in farm and hot weather. Pressing down with your hand and gently watering your seeds will take 5 to 7 days to reach germany. Chard seeds are actually small clusters of seeds that will produce more than one plant. Transplant them when they are 3 to 4 inches tall. Make a planting hole with a small trowel and gently place the seedling into it in a 2-inch white board. Plant 3 to 4 chard plants approximately 4 to 5 inches apart. Water plants evenly and consistently to help them grow better, especially during dry spells. Stick to a regular schedule and apply enough water to most of the soil. Swiss chard will tolerate partial shade, but it grows best in full sun. When the leaves are 6 to 8 inches tall, you can harvest them good individual leaves as you need them. And the plant will keep on using new grow. Younger leaves are delicious eaten fresh, and you can use a little innings for salads. Watering wands are available in lengths ranging from 10 to 48 inches. Choose a length that is appropriate for your needs. Longer for high-hanging baskets, shorter for tighter spaces. Built-in shut-off valves in the handle save water while allowing you to adjust the flow. What type of hoe you need depends on the type of garden you have. A sturdy, wide hoe may be required for a vegetable garden. Perennial gardens may necessitate a more delicate touch and a thinner hoe. Hoes are useful for weeding and preparing garden and flower beds. Look for a handle that is comfortable to hold and has a long reach. A sharp blade is more effective and easier to use. Weeding hoes, also known as hula or stirrup hoes, have an open square head that is pushed back and forth just beneath the soil surface to cut down on top growth. In vegetable gardens, flat hoes are useful for turning the soil in rows. Trowels are an essential hand tool for transplanting bedding plants and herbs, planting containers, and removing weeds. Choose a broad blade for moving more soil or a long, narrow blade for digging up weeds or rocky soil. The handle should feel good in your hand. Trowels made of stainless steel or with a stainless steel head are more durable and last longer.